Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Cassie.
And this is the Culips English Podcast. Hello there, friends. Welcome back to Culips. Today, we have a simplified speech episode prepared for you. And if you don't know what simplified speech is, well, let me explain. Simplified speech is the series that features clear, natural, and easy to understand conversations that are designed to help you boost your English listening skills and increase your knowledge of essential English vocabulary and ultimately make you a better English speaker. And today I am joined by my co-host, Cassie. Hey there, Cassie.
Hey, Andrew.
What are we going to talk about today, Cassie?
Well, today, the day we are recording is Friday the 13th. So we are going to talk about bad luck today.
Maybe some of our listeners don't know, but in English-speaking countries, Friday the 13th is considered an unlucky day. And I thought it was fitting that we should talk about bad luck on Friday the 13th. It seems appropriate.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So we'll get to that conversation in just a moment, everyone. But before we do, I want to remind all of our listeners about the study guide for this episode. It's available for all Culips members, and it includes a transcript, detailed vocabulary, descriptions, and explanations of all the key expressions and vocabulary that you hear Cassie and I use here today. There is a quiz and just a lot of other good stuff in our study guide. We highly recommend that you study along with it while you listen to us here today. So just visit culips.com to download it. Okay, so Cassie, let's talk about bad luck. Maybe we should start here with just a quick explanation of our personal beliefs. Cassie, do you believe in good luck and bad luck? Is this something that, affects the way that you live your life at all?
I totally believe in luck. Do I believe it's based on our actions or some higher power? I'm not sure. But there are definitely people who are hit with that lucky stick and others who are much less fortunate.
Yeah, I think my beliefs are similar to yours. I do believe in luck, but I think we kind of make our own luck. Sometimes you think, oh, that guy's so lucky, like maybe in a business situation, but really that person could be hustling and working their butt off to make sure they're in a good position to take advantage of a good opportunity when it arises. And from afar, when we're looking at that situation, we might think, oh, that's so lucky. But really, that person has been working hard for that opportunity behind the scenes.
Yeah, he might be lucky in the opportunities that he finds at just the right time, but he is looking.
Exactly. So on the other side of the coin, there is bad luck. Do you believe in bad luck? Do you think that some people are just predestined to have negative things happen to them?
I believe a little bit in karma and attitude. So I believe if you live kind of a positive life, on average, luckier things are going to happen to you. And if you live kind of a negative life, more bad luck will come upon you. More unlucky things will happen to you. How about you?
I want to believe that. I want to believe in karma and that philosophy, but I don't know if it's true. When I look around at the world, I see some people doing some really bad things, and they seem to be very successful, and they don't really have any problems at all and no bad luck. So I want to believe that, but it's a little bit tricky for me to fully believe in it. But that's really beside the point, Cassie.
Yes.
I think before we get too deep into the philosophy of luck, we should get back to our main topic, which is Friday the 13th and other bad luck superstitions that we have in English-speaking culture. And so we talked a little bit about Friday the 13th and that it's an unlucky day. But do you know the origins about why we consider it to be unlucky?
I've heard a few, but how about you go into more detail?
Sure. So I was researching this a little bit because honestly, I think every native English speaker is going to know that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day, right? Like we just know when we look at the calendar, oh my God, it's Friday the 13th. Whoa.
That's how I felt this morning.
Yeah, we don't get really afraid or anything. It's more like a joke, right? We're sort of joking around like, oh, be careful. Today is Friday the 13th.
Exactly.
There's bad luck today. We don't really take it seriously like, I'm not going to leave my house today because it's a bad luck day. We don't go to that level, right? But we still do think that it's an unlucky day. So I had to research. I didn't know. Why do we think of Friday the 13th as being unlucky? And of course, like many traditions, its origins are way back in history. And there's different theories about it. Cassie, the theory that I read related to Norse mythology. So from Northern Europe, there's a story about 12 Norse gods having a dinner party. And one god, whose name is Loki, he was kind of the trickster god. He wasn't invited to the party, but then he came as an uninvited guest later on and caused a big scene. And so perhaps that's one of the reasons why 13 is considered an unlucky number. And then, Cassie, you had another idea, which I thought was really interesting and totally could be the origin. What was your idea about why 13 is an unlucky number?
Yeah, I actually have two that I've heard. The first one was about Jesus' apostles. His 13th apostle was Judas, and that was the one that betrayed him before he got sacrificed. And then the other one has to do with the Chinese zodiac. There are 12 animals in the zodiac, but I've heard the cat was supposed to be the 13th animal in the zodiac, but he was not invited to a party with God, similar to Loki.
Interesting. Wow. We also have 12 months in a year, right? So I think the idea of 12 is a kind of complete, full, good number. And then 13 is the opposite of that. It's kind of throwing things out of balance. And for whatever reason, because of that, we have this superstition. And a superstition is a belief that something is either lucky or unlucky. So we have this superstition that the number 13 is bad luck. And so that means that we think of any Friday in the year that is the 13th day of the month, just like the day that Cassie and I are recording right now. We think this is bad luck, but also in buildings. Like if you go into a building and take the elevator, you'll notice that in many elevators, there is no number 13 because there's no 13th floor in the building.
People are afraid to live there or go there. Yes.
Yeah, people are afraid to live there or go there. Yeah. But that's not the only superstition that we have that's related to bad luck in Western culture. And actually, we have quite a few. Cassie, what are some other bad luck superstitions that you know about?
One of my favorite ones, because it's so silly, is opening an umbrella indoors. If you open an umbrella inside, it is super taboo. Bad luck in Western culture.
Yeah, so if you ever visit an English-speaking country, don't open an umbrella inside. It will freak everybody out. And yeah, it's interesting, Cassie, because we both live in Korea, and Korea doesn't have this superstition at all. and people open umbrellas inside all the time. In my office mates will open their umbrellas and just dry them out inside. And
Yeah.
it freaks me out, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, do you cringe a little bit every time you see it?
Yeah, I do cringe. Like, even though I know this is such a stupid, dumb superstition, there's absolutely no truth to it at all. Your life doesn't become unlucky if you open an umbrella inside. When I see people do it, still in the back of my mind, something warns me that this is an unlucky situation and I should avoid it. I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing, our superstitions. Andrew, what's a superstition that you've heard that is considered unlucky?
Yeah, another one that I don't believe in, but that I observe, that I follow, is to never walk under an open ladder. So, for example, maybe you're walking down the sidewalk and there is like a repairman fixing a window or even washing a window on the side of the building, and his ladder would be crossing over the sidewalk. So if you want to keep walking down the sidewalk, you have to pass under that ladder. You know, this doesn't happen every day, but from time to time, you find yourself in a situation like this, right? Where somebody is blocking your way, standing on a ladder. And so for whatever reason, I don't know the origin of this one, we just think that it's bad luck to walk underneath that ladder. It's probably due to, like, at some point, somebody was walking under a ladder and something fell on them and they died or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's probably just a dangerous situation, but anytime that I'm faced with this, I will always walk around the ladder. I would never walk under the ladder just because we consider that to be bad luck.
Yeah, I think similar to the ladder superstition, we have another object superstition, which is breaking mirrors. I've heard that if you break a mirror, you have either 5 years or 10 years of bad luck. I can't remember which one.
I think it's 7. As far as I know, it's 7 years of bad luck. Yes.
In between 5 and 10.
Regardless of what the number is, it is a long time to have bad luck. Like, could you imagine having bad luck for 7 consecutive years just by making a mistake and breaking a mirror?
No, I cannot.
Have you ever broken a mirror, Cassie?
I don't think I have. Have you, Andrew?
No, I don't think I have either. So I can't tell you if this one is true or not.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's not. But
it could give you a pretty bad day, like 7 hours of bad luck for the day instead of 7 years.
Yeah, well, it's just bad luck in general because then you'd have to clean up a broken mirror, which can't be fun. This is another kind of superstition, though, that is really popular in like the consciousness of people from English-speaking countries. I don't want to say Westerners because I think maybe some other European people might not have these same superstitions. I don't know if like France and Germany and the Netherlands, these other Western European countries follow the same superstitions. Maybe some of them do, maybe some of them don't. If you're a listener from one of these countries, definitely send us a message and let us know. So I'm just saying English-speaking people have these superstitions, but they're ones that everybody knows about, right? Every North American knows about Friday the 13th, opening an umbrella indoors, walking under a ladder, breaking a mirror. So you see these represented in movies and in pop culture from time to time. So I think it's important when you're learning a language, not just to learn about the grammar and the vocabulary, but also the culture. And these things will pop up occasionally in media. And it's good to know that it has some meaning and significance because it will help you to understand the language and the culture more fully.
Yes, exactly. And I want to plug one thing not related to culips, but anybody who wants to practice listening to a movie about good luck and bad luck, who loves romantic comedies, one of my favorite romantic comedies of all time is called Just My Luck. And it's all about good luck and bad luck. It has Lindsay Lohan in it for anybody who is interested.
Do some of these themes occur in that movie? Do you see some of these bad luck signs?
Yes, you can see breaking a mirror, walking under a ladder, winning the lottery for the good luck. There's all sorts of really fun examples, so I really recommend it.
Okay, what was the name one more time?
Just My Luck.
Just My Luck. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to have to check it out now that we've been talking about this. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. That would be fitting for Friday the 13th. Cassie, we'll wrap things up here in just a moment, but there's one bad luck symbol that we still haven't talked about yet, and that is a black cat. Black cat. Do you have any idea why we think black cats are unlucky?
I thought maybe it has to do with witches, like they're a symbol of a witch's cat. Is that correct? Incorrect?
So Cassie, I think you're right that black cats are often associated with witches, and because of this, they're seen as evil or bringers of bad luck. But interestingly enough, I've heard that in Japan, black cats are considered symbols of good luck. So I guess it just depends on where you were born and what culture you grow up in, and everything can have a different meaning depending on your perspective.
Yeah, that's really cool, how some places something's unlucky and others are lucky. Where you're born really influences how you see the world. So interesting.
It's really fascinating, and yeah, it's absolutely true that some things have different meaning depending on where you come from. Well, thank you for listening to us today, everyone. That brings us to the end of this episode. To recap, we talked about bad luck and several different bad luck signs and superstitions, including black cats, opening umbrellas indoors, breaking mirrors, walking under ladders, and of course, the number 13 and Friday the 13th. If you enjoyed this episode and found it educational and entertaining, then please support us. You could do that in a variety of ways, such as by becoming a paid Culips member. You could also tell your friends who are learning English to check us out and listen to us. You could leave us a 5-star rating and a positive review on your favorite podcast app, like Apple Podcasts or wherever else you get your podcasts. And finally, you could follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can send us an email to contact@culips.com, and we would love to hear about what bad luck superstitions you have in your culture. That would be really interesting for us to learn about. So please send us a message and let us know. We'll be back soon with another brand new Culips episode, and we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.